Okay, so today we will be going over our homework that I gave you on mean, median mode. And then we'll do some more practice on mean, median. We'll do our weighted mean, so you'll see the difference between weighted mean and mean. So let's just first look at our homework. And thank you for those who sent their homework.
I sent a few, but not all.
Let's see. Yes, you had 2 problems. And Alva, did you correct your mean?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
What did you get
10.
for the mean?
The mean. Oh, the mean. Yes. 339.4.
Did you add up all the points here
Yes.
for the team? And what did
Yes.
you get for your total?
When I had it and divide, I got 39.4.
Yes, but when you added these points up, what was your total?
Oh, when I had it up, it's about.
What did you get for a total?
I think it was 600, and I don't have the total there.
There are 16 numbers here. So
yes.
the points scored, there are 16 points represented. If you count these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4,
yes,
1, 2, 3,
16.
4, 1, 2, that's 16. So
Yes.
so what did you get when you added all these points up? What number?
I didn't put the amount, but I get like 600 and.
No, that's too big. Add them again. Michelle, did you? Where did
No,
Michelle go?
Michelle didn't do this one.
She didn't do this one?
No, because she
Okay.
was. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to add
Yeah,
it again?
add those again because you're getting. Make sure, Alba, when you're doing it on the calculator, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you do it on the calculator, check it off so you don't add something twice.
Okay, Miss Barbara.
Like you put the 17,
the
add
first
to the
one
2,
I did is the 17 plus
right? Then go to the 2.
2 plus 7 plus 27 plus 15 plus 5 plus 14 plus 8 plus 10 plus 24 plus 48 plus 10 again plus 10.
You adding 10 twice? It's just.
Yes, 2 10s there.
Yeah, but you said 48, and that's 1 10.
Yes, another 10.
And then you add 8.
And another 10, 8.
No. Wait, Alba, you adding too many 10s. You added a 10 here, right? And you said 24, 48, then 10.
Yes.
But you said 10 twice. Did you add 10 twice there?
Yes, Miss Barbara, it's not twice? No?
Well, but it's right here. You already said 10.
Yeah, so I have 2 10s.
Yes, but when you were calling them out, you called this first one out. And then when you got to the second, you called it out twice.
No, it's just one. It's just 2 I have.
So
I have 10, then 24, and then I have 48 and 10 again.
Okay, and then your next number.
is 8.
Okay, keep
So
going. Keep going.
plus 8 plus 7 plus 18 plus 18 plus 24.
No,
28.
28. Now
Yes.
enter.
And
Press the enter key.
Yes, I did.
What did you get for
I
the total?
240. I'm not seeing it.
What did you say for your total? What do you have for your total?
Just a minute, Miss Barbara. I'm not seeing the figure so good. My eyes, I think it's 248.
That's right, right. So how did you
Yes,
get 600?
Okay, that's what happened. I wasn't seeing the figures so good. So it's 248 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, so when you divide that, what did you get? 248, and you have 16.
Divide by
16, what do you get?
Okay, 15.5.
That's the answer.
Yes, so I made a mistake with the calculation there.
Yeah, but you were so far off, so I'm wondering what did you do?
I don't know.
You said
Maybe I
600.
wasn't seeing it right. Yes.
Is it your calculator, or do you have enough light where you are?
The calculator is good. I don't know why I came up with that number.
Okay, so you know,
it's 15.8.
15.5. Yes,
Yes.
that's the mean.
Yes.
And Maureen, I know you got that. You sent me the answers. You had the 15.5. Okay. Now, Alva, did you send me you sent me the median, right?
Yes.
What was your median, Alva?
12.
Yeah, that was correct.
Yes.
And what was your mode?
My mode was 7, 8, and 10.
Very good. Okay, so your median, and since there are 16 different points, right? It's an even number, so your median will be calculated from what? The two items in the middle once you put them in order. All right, so that was 14 plus 10. Those are the numbers in the middle once you put them in order. And then you get that average, which means you divide it by 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's how you got the 12.
Yes.
All right. So 14 over 10 divided by 2. And that gives you 24 over 2, and that's 12. 24. I'll just do the slash divided by 2, and that's equal to 12, and that's the median. So you had that one right. Mercedes sent her, she had that one correct. No, she didn't. In fact, I wish she was on because she had a very strange
I
number.
have the mode to Miss Barbara.
Yeah, okay. You gave me the mode, and there are 3 modes, right?
Yes, 3 modes.
Okay.
7, 8, and 10.
Okay, 7, 8, and 10, because they both occur twice, right? 7,
yes.
8, 10.
Probably Mercedes sleeping.
You think so? She may be. Yeah. Okay, now, Maureen, you had all of those correct. Very good. I appreciate you sending your homework. I got homework from, you broke the record. I never got homework from as many people. Break the record again. They're making
Yes,
on the
ma'am.
record. I
Okay.
got homework from Alva, from Maureen, and from Mercedes. Because this is practice. This is how you learn. So the mean, median, mode. And since you did the median correct, all of you did it correct, except Mercedes, and she's not here. So I wanted her to be here so Maureen could explain to her how to get the median, but she's not here. Any questions on number one?
Yeah, I have it good, Miss Barbara.
Okay.
I'll-
All right, Michelle, you okay on number one?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Okay. Just to review, to get the mean, what do you do, Alva? Tell me in words, how do you calculate the mean?
Oh, the mean. I add up all the numbers
Okay.
and I counted them off and divide by the amount.
You add up all the numbers, you get a total, and what do you divide by?
I divide by the total, the numbers.
The number of items.
Yes.
Yeah, you divide by the number of items. There were 16 separate points here, so that's why you divide by 16.
Yes.
Now, Michelle, how do you get the median when there's an even number?
You divide the small to the largest.
No, what you mean? You put them in order.
Oh,
From biggest to small.
oh,
From-
yes.
Yeah, you put them in order, and it could be from largest to smallest, or from smallest to largest, either way. And then what's your second step? What's the second step, Michelle? Once you get them in order, what do you do?
You add them up. No,
Cross, cross.
You have them in order. What's your next step, Michelle?
cross,
Maureen, you want to help us out here? What's the second step after you get them in order?
Well, if they get them in order, you just check to see how much numbers they have. If there's 20 numbers, you take out the two middle numbers and add them together. Then divide them by 2.
That's right. Because if you have an even, let's just shake here, Michelle. Just say you had 8. Say you had 8 items, right? That's even, correct? So what would you have? 3, 2,
3.
and 3. In other words, if you had 8 items, you would have 3 items at the beginning. All right. Then you will have 2 middle items, right? And then you will have 3 at the end. Okay. So you'll have 3 in the front. And you'll have 2 middle items, and then you'll have 3 at the end. And those 2 middle items is the ones you add up and get an average. So that's what you're doing. You get an average of those middle items. So anytime you have an even number, you have 2 items in the middle. So for 8 items, 3 in the front, 3 at the end, 2 in the middle. So for these 16 items, Michelle, how many were in the front once you got them in order?
3.
No, you have 16.
How many were in the front?
Yes, when you get them in order.
Yeah.
16 items.
16.
Yeah, there's 16 total items, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many would be in the front and how many in the middle and how many at the end? For 8 items, we have 3 in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And 16, 2, 8, 16. So it will be 6.
No,
Six.
no.
Oh, okay.
Take the 2 from 16. What do you get?
8.
No,
No, I'm sorry. Take the 2
Two
from
from
16,
14.
14.
Okay. Now, what's half of 14, Michelle?
Half of 14 is 7.
So then you'd have 7 in front. Okay. 2 in the middle. 2 middle items. And 2, and you'd have 7 at the end, right?
Yes.
So you always know when you have an even set of numbers, you can always determine how to find those 2 middle items, right?
Mhm.
Just take your number of items, subtract the 2 from it, and then divide whatever you get by 2. So you have 7 in the front, 2 at the end. Maureen, suppose you had 20 items.
Uh-huh.
How many in the front? How many in the middle?
20,
Yes.
9.
Right.
Never seen
9.
9.
Yeah, 9. So if you had
Mm.
20 items, you'd have 9 in the front.
9 in the bottom.
Okay. 9 at the middle, and 2 in the middle, and 9 at the end. All right. So you know how to figure it out, correct, Michelle?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Okay. If you had 12 items, Michelle, how many in the front?
12, it would be 9,
No.
12 items.
2 in the
So,
middle, subtract the 2 from the 12, you get what?
2, not,
10.
2, 10. 10.
Okay,
10,
and
11,
half
12.
of 10, half of 10 is what?
5.
So 5 in the front, 2 in the middle, 5 at the end. You got it?
I am gonna need more practice with that.
Okay. All right, Michelle. So okay, so let's take another even set. Let's just say 6. You have 6 items.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's even. So how many in the front? How many at the end?
4.
6.
6 items.
So you will have
6 minus 2 is what?
4.
6 yes, I did say that.
6 minus 2.
It's 4.
Okay, so half of 4 is what?
2.
So 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, 2 at the end.
Yes.
You understand now?
You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Alva, I'm talking to Michelle. I don't want you to help her. Okay.
Okay.
I hear you helping her. All right.
Miss Barbara, I have to admit, I didn't really get a chance to do all my homework. That's why I'm kind of lost today.
That's okay. That's okay, Michelle. That's why we're going through this practice. No problem. Okay. 22 items, Michelle. Another even number.
Yes.
Okay. How many in the front? How many at the end? $22 minus 2, Michelle, is what?
I would say it would be, oh, wow.
22 minus 2.
22 minus 2,
20.
20.
20. What's half of 20?
Half of 20 is 10.
Okay, so 10 in the front, 2 in the middle, 10 at the end.
Yes.
You got it?
Yes.
So once I give you an even number, first thing you do is subtract the 2 from it because you'll have 2 in the middle, right? And
Mhm.
whatever you have left, just divide it in half. So that gives you how many in the front, how many at the end, because 2 are in the middle. And that's taking us to number 2. Alva, read number 2.
Okay,
Ah, let's see.
the following observations have been arranged in
In ascending.
ascending order. If the median of the data is 63,
Excuse me a minute. Maureen, someone talking to you?
Okay, let's just let's get that over with first. We can move that.
Okay, because you should go to mute when you're doing offline talking. All right, let's start over again.
Okay,
All right, Michelle. I mean,
right.
Alva, start over.
the following observations have been arranged in descending order. If the median of the data is 63, find the value of X. That one I didn't do.
Okay, now, Alva, how many items do you see here? The number of items. The number of observations.
Yes, 4,
'Cause-
5, 6,
okay.
7, 8.
Number of, because they're using observations, so we'll use that. Number of observations
9.
equal how many?
9.
How many, Alva?
Number of observation.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4.
This
1,
list,
2, 3, 4.
I'm talking to Alva. She's the only one who should be talking to me. So Alva, how many observations do you see in this list?
Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So should
Wait,
I
just a
include
minute.
it?
Just a minute. After every comma, remember each observation is separated by a comma, right?
Okay,
So now
yes.
tell me how many observations are there?
11. 11.
No. Each observation is separated by a comma. So Alva, how many do you see?
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You're leaving out one.
Oh,
One,
9, 10, Miss Barbara.
10. That's right.
Yes,
Very
10.
good, Alva. 10.
Yes,
Does
yes.
everybody see that? The 10 observations?
No, Miss Barbara.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Let's go through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Now notice they gave you X for one of the observations, and they gave you X plus 2 for one of the observations. All right. So there are a total of 10. And they are in order, right? And if you have 10, Michelle, how many do you have at the front?
4.
Very good, Michelle, 4. Because you have 4 in the front, 4 at the end, and there's the 2 right there in the middle. Got it?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Okay, because they say, and I said in order, which means they put them in increasing order. So that means these 2 observations, right? These 2 observations are what you use to calculate the median. Because what do we say when you have the median and an even number? You add up the 2 middle numbers, divide by 2. So here are your 2 middle numbers. X, let me just put it here. 2 middle, and I'll call it observations. equal X plus X plus 2. Because these, and let me just make this bigger so you can see what we're talking about here. Okay. So those, the ones right there in the middle, those are your two middle observations. So that's X and then X plus 2. Now, how do we find the median? We take this and divide by 2 and set it, and they told us the median is 63. So there we go. Median of the data is 63. So let's just underline that. Okay, so we can take these two middle observations, divide by 2, and set it equal to the median. So this will be X plus 2. We're following our rule, how we calculate the median when it's an even set of items. So let's just put that there and divide it by 2. That's how we calculate it, right? We get an average. So this is divided by 2. All right. And what was the median equal to, Alba?
63.
63. So
Yes.
then we say equal 63. Okay.
All right.
Everybody following me here?
So that
Yeah.
is the answer.
No, we haven't. We've got to calculate X, Alba, remember?
Okay.
But this is how we calculate X. We take our two middle numbers, X and X plus 2, divide by 2, and set it equal to the median. Now we can calculate the median. Now, Maureen, what do we do first? We want to solve for X. What's the first operation?
Divide,
No,
subtract.
no. Alva, do you know what's the first operation?
Multiply.
Multiply what?
X by X.
No,
You divide.
no.
No, it's multiply. When you
What do you do, Alva?
well, if it's division, you're gonna multiply.
That's right. So what am I gonna multiply?
2x.
No. I'm dividing by what number?
You're dividing by x plus x2.
No, but what's my divisor?
Oh, you're dividing 63?
No.
What's it?
The division is 2. The division is over here on the left.
Yes.
So I'm dividing by 2. So then
Yeah.
I multiply
Yes.
both sides by 2.
Yes. That always get me.
Okay. So remember, we do the opposite operation. So we're
Yes.
dividing by 2. Now we want to multiply both sides by 2. Then we'll just have our x plus 2 on the left, right? So let's
Yes.
just take this and multiply both sides by 2. So let me just take that expression, copy it here, and multiply both sides by 2. Okay, so I multiply the right side by 2, that's times 2. And then I multiply this whole thing, and I'll just put parentheses here. You put parentheses here, and I multiply this by 2. So I'm putting by 2. Let's see if I can move that over. And I'm going to put a 2 here. This is 2 times. All right. And I don't need a underline here. Let's just make that clear. Okay, so I've got this 2 here, and that's a 2. What happened here? 2 divided by 2 is 1, right? So what am I left with on the left side, Maureen?
2 divided by
Wait,
2.
let me take this
1x.
X, but let me take this out and put a asterisk so you don't get the X. The asterisk there means multiplication. So when I multiply 2 times this expression, and I'm dividing by 2, what do I get left on the left side, Maureen?
Just plain 1x.
No, 0. 2 multiplied by 2 is 2.
No, this is 2 times here, but I have a 2 here. So what's 2 divided by 2?
1.
1. So what do I have left on the left side, Maureen?
1x.
No, you can't throw away this expression. 2 divided by 2 is 1.
1. Oh.
So I just have this expression left. 1 time that expression is equal to that expression, right? So what I'll have left on the left is x plus 2. No underline. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 1 times this expression is just that expression, right? Like if this were just x, it would just be x left, but it's this whole expression left. 2 over 2 is 1. 1 times this expression is equal to x plus 2. Okay, Alva, what's 2 times 63? Alva, 2 times 63, mental math.
126.
That's right, very good. 126, okay? Now, Michelle, what's x plus x?
X plus X, that's 2X.
Very good, all right. Okay, Michelle, you rolling. 2x.
I just need to be more responsible of being more organized on my
X
homework.
plus 2.
Okay, so now we added our x plus x. We got 2x. So 2x plus 2 is 126. Maureen,
Yes.
what do we do next? What's the next step, Maureen?
You divide.
No.
Oh, you subtract.
Subtract what?
Um,
You're right, subtract. What do you do? Subtract what number?
you want 26?
No. You want to get, Maureen, look at this. You want to get the 2, that constant over here with the 126. So what do? Subtract what?
Subtract 2 from both sides?
That's it. Very good. Subtract 2 from both sides. Remember now, you do opposite operations, and you don't want to divide here until you get the constants together, Maureen. You're going to eventually do the division, but you want to get your constants together first, right? So we take this 2x plus 2 equal 126. Subtract that 2 from it. Okay.
So you subtract the smallest number to the highest?
Let me okay, Michelle, let's get here. Okay, no, Michelle, you see where we are here? There's 2x plus 2 is 126, right? So we subtract, we want to get the 2 with the constant on the right side. In order to do that, we have to subtract the 2 from both sides. So we subtract minus 2 on the left, right? And minus 2 on the right. Because to keep an equation in balance, you have to do the same thing to both sides. They have to be a balance, right? Now, Michelle, what do I have left on the left side? What's 2x plus 2 minus 2 equal to?
That would be 0. No, 2x.
2x, that's right. 2x plus 0, which is 2x, right?
Yes.
All
ma'am.
right, Michelle, what's 126 minus 2?
That would be 124.
Very good. Now, mental math. What would x be equal to?
Me, Miss Barbara?
Yes.
That would equal to 124, equal to 124.
No, if 2x's is 124, what would 1x be equal to, Michelle?
I'm not sure. I'm not using my head that good right now.
I see.
Let me see.
Well, let me ask you this way, Michelle. 2 times what number gives 124?
12, I guess.
2 times 12 is 24. 2 times what number equals 124?
Let me see.
Mental math, Michelle.
15? No.
2 times 15 is 30. Oh, okay, let's do it this way, Michelle. What's when you said 2 times a number 124? That means you're taking half of, what's half of 124, Michelle?
Half of one. Ooh.
Half of 124.
62.
That's right. Very good. 62. So 124 divided by 2 is equal to 62. That's your answer. Answer x equal 62.
That one kind of liquor puzzling, Miss Barbara.
But what this problem was supposed to find out, if you really understand median, right?
Yes.
If you have a even set of data items, here they call them observations. It's the 2 numbers in the middle divided by 2, except your 2 numbers in the middle is a variable and a variable plus a number, but it's still the same principle, right? The rule still holds. You add your 2 numbers in the middle and you divide by 2. And that's what we did. 2 numbers in the middle, or x and x plus 2. They gave us the median, so we set it equal to 73. Now we have to solve for x. First thing you want to do, you want to try to get all your x's on one side. So you multiply your 2 by both sides, and this gives you x plus 2 is 126. Then you combine your x's. 1x plus 1x is 2x. 2x plus 2 is 126. Now, we want to get this 2 on the side with the 126. It's being added. Opposite operation is subtraction. Subtract the 2 from both sides. 2x is 124. At this point, it's really mental math. I mean, you could say 124 divided by 2, divide both sides by 2. But you could say, well, what number multiplies by 2 and what gives 124? Or what is half of 124? And that's 62.
Okay, so the answer is x equal 62.
That's right. X is 62. Now, how could you prove this, Maureen? How could you prove this answer is right?
I can't really tell. But I know, but I can't remember.
Alva, do you know how you could prove that that 62 is right?
Well, I guess you'd have to add it back to the 62, 162.
No.
No,
Now, we said the median was 63, right?
yes,
So that means if you take that X and then you take your X plus 2 divided by 2, you should get 63.
yes.
So take this expression. We said this was 63, right?
Yes.
We want to prove our X is right. So let's go here and put this here. So I want you to do this. Substitute your 62 for your X. Substitute. Oh, let's just say, put 62 for X. Do that and tell me what you get. Wherever you see an X, put a 62.
Okay, so anywhere you see the X, you put 62.
Yeah, right here. Tell me what you get when you put that 62 for this X, 62 for this X, add it, divided by 2. What do you get, Alba?
Okay, so I had it and I got 124.
And plus 2.
Plus 2.
So you got
62.
62 plus 62 plus 2 divided by 2. What do you get, Alba?
62 plus 62
Plus 2.
plus 2, that's 120. Is it 126? 126?
And divide by 2. What do you get?
26 divided by 2.
126.
22
Divide by
You say you got 126. And then you divide that by 2. What do you get, Alva?
50, 63.
That's it. Isn't that
Yeah.
correct? That's
Yes,
what we
ma'am.
got. That was our
Yes.
median.
Yes.
That's how you can check it, right?
Yes.
Divide that by 2. Put our 2 here. And you get 63. You see how you can check it? Put
Yes,
the X,
ma'am.
yeah, put the X into that expression and
Yes.
you get 63. Now you know it's correct.
Yes.
Maureen, you follow how you can prove it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said X plus 2, two numbers in the middle, divided by 2, 63. Plug in the value we got for the X, add it up, divide by 2, and you get back 63. Now you know your answer is correct. Any questions on that one?
We're getting there.
Okay, just
So,
remember now.
2.
Okay, let me give you another problem, but I'll just give you numbers. See, this time you had variables numbers, but the principle is still the same. So if I gave you, let me give you a list of numbers, ask you to find the median. Okay, here we are. Here are the numbers. Okay. I want you to find the median of those numbers. Find median. Okay. So what's the first thing you do, Michelle?
You put them
You know,
in order.
That's right. Put them in order. So do that. It could be high to low or low to high.
25, 10, 8, and 8.
What's the median?
10.
No.
Let me see.
How many items? How many items are there?
8.
8.
Oh, yeah.
8.
So
okay, it's 2 items leave in the middle.
that's right.
So you're gonna add them and divide.
Uh,
So you add up those 2 and divide by 2.
Well, you didn't really have to because I gave you an easy one.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right, Maureen?
yeah.
What's the median, Maureen?
8.
8. I gave you 2 8s. What's the
Yes.
average? What's the average if you add 8 plus 8 divided by 2? It's 8.
Yes, Miss Barbara. Yes.
Did you get that, Michelle?
Yes, ma'am.
You got 8. You put them in order, right?
Yes.
And I gave you the same number, 2 numbers in the middle, so you didn't really have to add them, right? Because if you put them in order, and I'm putting them from high to low, 12, 10, right? 8, and you had another 8, and 5, and 4, and 2. Now, Michelle, which 2 numbers are in the middle?
The 8.
Okay, let's put 8. Okay, so those are the 2 numbers in the middle right here. Let's see, let's make those bigger. All right, so those in the middle. Let's use the commas, be consistent. So you didn't really have to average the 8s because they're the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the median is equal to 8. Median equal 8. Okay. Now, when the 2 numbers are the same, you don't have to add divided by 2. Because when you average the same 2 numbers, you'll get back the number.
16.
Yes, 16 over 2 is 8. 10, 10, average 10 for the 2 numbers. Okay. You got it?
Yes.
So that one you should have given it to me right away, right? Okay. Let's try another one. I want you to find the median. Okay, take this number, these series of numbers.
1 second, Miss Barbara. I'll be back.
Okay, all right.
Mom? You almost finished?
Yeah.
Okay, find the median.
Okay.
Put them in order.
Okay, something.
That's the same one, Miss Barbara.
That's a different one. I gave you a different series of numbers. I want you to find the
Okay.
median.
Okay, so this, oh, you want us to work for the
It's
median?
2, 4, 6, 8,
Yes, find the median. I gave you another set of even numbers, because odd numbers, you just put them in order and there's just one number sits there in the middle.
Okay, so let me.
You put them in order, right?
Yes, I'm putting them in order.
The highest number is 78. The lowest number is what? 12.
12,
So then put them in between.
48,
Yeah, you just put your highest,
44,
lowest,
48,
and then put the other ones in the middle.
30.
Maureen, you have an answer?
Yeah,
What did you get?
I get 28.1.
28.1?
I got 78, 44, 40, 30, 27, 26.
No, 27, oh,
14.
27, yes.
Okay.
27.
Okay, Maureen, you put them in order. You say 78,
44,
44,
40,
40,
30,
30,
27,
27,
26.
26, 14, and 12.
Which two are in the
11,
middle,
13.
Alva? Which two are in the middle, Alva?
30 and 27.
That's right. There we go. Right here. Those two are in the middle. Let's make them bigger.
Yeah, 30 and 27 is 57.
Now, what's the average of 30 and 27 when you add those? What did you get, Maureen? You said?
57.
Yeah, but then you
57
divide by
divided by
2.
Yeah,
And what was your answer, Maureen?
I got 2 2 is 4, 1 is 5, and 2 8s is 16, and 1 is 17.
Shut your phone down, please. Somebody's got their phone on.
Okay.
Turn your phones off. Make sure your phones are on vibrate. Okay, so Maureen, you got 57 over 2, and what did you get?
28.1.
How could that be 28.1?
28.
Yeah,
2 8.
yeah, I know, but how could it be a 0.1?
2 28 is 56, and 1 is 7.
Half of 57 is what, Maureen?
28.
No, half of 57.
Yeah, 28 is 56 and 1.
Half of this 56 is 28. You
Yeah,
have a 1 left. What's half of? Okay, what's half of 1?
half of 1 is 1.
No, half of 1?
Is 5.
No, can't be bigger. What's half of $1?
50 cents.
50, 50.
So what's half of 1? The number 1?
A piece?
No, 0.5.
Oh,
Uh,
5, okay.
So I'm wondering how Maureen got 0.1. It's 28.5.
Okay, okay, Miss Barbara.
How did you get 0.1, Maureen?
I said 2 8 is 16, and 1 is 17.
No, half of 56 is 28. 57 minus 56 is 1. So you have 1/2, and 1/2 is the same as 0.5.
I see.
Got it? Questions on median. Now,
Well,
if I, yes,
we getting it, Miss Barbara.
yeah, and
The brain not so young again, but
but actually, if I had given you,
Miss Barbara,
yes,
I knew this lady, and she saw me when I was going to the class,
uh-huh.
and she said to me that when you don't get education when you're young, you will never get it again.
No, that's not true. I've been reading where older people are getting masters and PhD degrees. I mean, learning is a lifelong process.
Someone was telling me, I have never saw it on the news, but this gentleman is 90 hard, and he's getting his master's degree.
That's right. Never
Yes.
too late. All right.
Yes, it's
All right.
harder to sing, but you could get something.
Oh, yes. Now I want to go to another topic, and that's on weighted mean. Okay. Okay. Do you see weighted mean discussion?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the difference in mean, regular mean, and weighted mean is that you assign weights to various things. And it's not just a straight adding up the items divided by the number of items, because you're saying that the mean that we just looked at, every item was on the same level. For weighted mean, we give a weight to the mean. And actually, one common way it's done is when you're graded, when a teacher does grades, they give you so much for your quizzes, so much for your homework, so much for your tests. All right, that's called a weight. All right.
What did it call, Miss Barbara?
Weight. It's called a weight. WEIGHT.
Oh, wait.
Weight.
Wait.
That's why we call it weighted mean. In other words, some of your values that you have will contribute more than others. In other words, you may get more for a quiz than you would for your homework. That's the weight that is assigned to each.
Can you spell it for me, because I'm not really getting the
Okay.
answer.
WEIGHT.
Oh, wait.
Weight.
Yes.
You're assigning a weight to something.
Yes.
Now, regular means everything's on the same level.
Yes.
No weight. But weighted means each item that you might be, each value that you may be looking at is assigned a weight. And this is easier to understand if you have an example. So let's just take this example. Okay, I'm putting this over here. Okay. Now, according to a teacher's syllabus, 60% of Anna's marking period average is based on her tests and quizzes. 30% is based on homework. 10% is based on classwork. All right. Her test and quiz average is 85. Her homework average is 95, and a classwork average of 90. We want to find Anna's working period average, rounded to the nearest whole number. All right. Now, if we didn't assign a week, we would just add up 85, 95, 90 and divide by 3. That would be the regular mean. You got it? But the weight is 60% of her grades is based on her tests and quizzes. 30% is based on homework, and 10% classwork. Do you follow now the difference between regular mean and weighted mean? Any questions at this point on the difference?
So you're saying it based on the regular mean?
The regular mean, if I didn't assign weights here, Alva, I would just add 85, 95, 90 and divide the total by 3.
Yes.
That would be the regular mean, right?
Yeah, but you say wait. So
yes, they're
it's
not
a
on the
little more.
same level. I'm giving
No.
60% for the tests and quizzes, 30% for the homework, and 10% for the classwork. So I'm not saying that each one is on the same level. In other words, I'm saying some of these values add more to the grades than others. The tests and the quizzes add more to the grades than the homework. And that's what these percents represent. So to calculate weighted mean, you take the weight, and most time it's given in a percent. It could be a number. And you change the percent to a decimal and multiply it by the
85.
actual averages. So these are the averages. That's right. 60% of 85, 30% of 95, 10% of 90. Okay, so you change your percent to a decimal, multiply the averages. See, the 0.60 is the percent to a decimal. The 0.30 is the percent to a decimal. 10%, 0.10. Multiply these by the averages and then add them up, and you've got the weighted mean average. That's 89. Whereas the regular average would have been 85 plus 95, 90. Somebody tell me, what is the regular average? If you didn't weight it, what would it be?
Okay, it would be just a minute. The regular average would be
Add those three.
270.
yeah, 85.
What would it be?
270.
What would be the
Plus
average, Maureen? I didn't say the total.
95.
Oh,
That 270 you add, you got to divide that by 3. What is that, Alva? What's 270 divided by 3?
270.
270 divided by 3 is what?
Okay.
Mental math.
oh, I know.
Put your phones on mute
Okay, Miss Barbara. Listen.
or vibrate. 270 divided by 3, Alva. Mental math.
I'm coming. 270
Divided by 3.
divided by 3 equal 270, 90.
90. So the regular mean without the weights would have been 90. You got it?
Yes.
But when you say, okay, these are not on the same level, I want to assign to them weights. And the weights we're doing as percents. So change the percent to a decimal, multiply it by the averages here, and you come up with the weighted mean. It's called a working period average. Got it? Any questions on the difference in mean and weighted mean?
So you're saying that I'm at I change percents. You're saying I could multiply 0.60 by 85 to get 51.0?
Yes, that's how much is being calculated as the points from the test and quizzes.
Okay. And then once I get all the answers, then I would add it up.
That's right. And that gives you what we call the weighted mean. And here they refer to it as a working period average.
The thing I don't understand, how rounds to the nearest 18. Okay.
Oh, to
Now
the whole number. Remember, if it's a 5 or greater, you round up.
Oh, okay.
Michelle. So this is a 5. So then the 8 goes up to a 9.
Okay, now I understand.
That's the way the rounding goes. If it's a 5 or greater, you round up to the next high.
Okay.
All right. If it's less than that, you round and you just drop it. Like if this has been 88.4, then you would round that to 88. All right. Only this tenths 5 or greater goes up to the next highest. But if this was like 85.3, 85, I'm sorry, 88.3, 88.4, then that would round to 88. Got it?
Mhm.
Okay, let's try another one.
Can I, oh,
Okay. Remember, I'll be sending you all of this.
Okay, Miss Barbara.
You don't have to copy it. I will be
Okay.
I'll email you all of this. Okay. All right, let's try another example. Actually, a really practical one. Okay. Sam wants to buy a new camera.
where's that? Oh, yes.
Right. Sam wants to buy a new camera. Okay, now here are the weights. 50% on image quality, 30% on battery life, and 20% on zoom range. Okay, those are the weights. Now you notice now when you give weights as percent, they all add up to 100%. So when you change them to decimals, they add up to 1. But that's not true in every case, because you could assign weights and maybe they don't add up to 1. But you just add up whatever weights is given in the problem. We'll look at 1. All right. Now, he's trying to decide which camera to buy. All right. Now, the Sony camera, he knows what it gets for image quality. 8. 6 for the battery life, 7 for the zoom range. The Conan camera gets 9 for the image quality, 4 for the battery life, and 6 for zoom range. Now, I put this in a little, like a little chart here, so you can really see. These are the values that you're measuring. These are the weights that are assigned. These are the results. All right. Now, to find which camera is best, you multiply the percent as a decimal times the result. So 50% of 8 is 0.5 times 8. That's the image quality. For the battery, we're looking at this Sony camera. That's the 0.3 times 6. For the zoom range, it's 0.2 times 7. And that's what we have here. Is that clear for the Sony camera, what we did? 0.5 times 8, 0.3 times 6, 0.2 times 7. That adds up to 7.2. For the Conan camera, notice it has different weights. 9 for the image quality, 4 for the battery life, 6 for the zoom range. So we take the weight, the 0.5 times the 9, plus the 0.3 times the 4, plus the 0.2 times the 6. That adds up to 6.9. Now, the highest total is that of the Sony, is 7.2 versus 6.9 for the Conan. So Sam decides to buy the Sony, because the weighted mean for him for the Sony is larger than the weighted mean for the Conan. Any questions on that problem?
I have to be honest. I understand the first question, but I don't understand this one that well.
Okay, so you have 2 cameras here, right? Now, in order to determine which one to buy, you want to look at 3 different values. Like for instance, if you were buying a television, what are 3 things that you would look for the television, Michelle?
The price and the size, maybe.
The price and the size. Anything else?
The quality.
Okay, quality, picture quality. So you could put those there. You could say price, picture quality, What was the third thing?
Size.
Size. All right. Now you could assign some weights to those,
Mhm.
right? Such that they add up to 100%. Okay. Now the price, you could put the price for one of the, if you compare two televisions, say, you put the price,
Mhm.
and for the both of them, you put the size, okay, the quality, and then you multiply the weight times whatever your result is here. Okay. And then you add them up and then compare the two, and the one with the highest value, that's the one that you would probably decide to buy.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm getting it.
Okay. So you're given the weights, and then you've got the results of what, and this is something that has to be given to you, right?
Mhm.
If you were buying a television, you put, like, if you say the price counts, your price may be 80%,
Mhm.
right? And then you put the cost of each one here,
Okay.
and then multiply the 0.8 times each one, and that would be a total. And do the same for the size and for the quality.
So do I say 50%, then say 0.50?
Well, if you said 50%, it would be, if you say 50% for the price, then it would be 0.5 times the price of
0.5.
TV1, and 0.5 times the price of TV2.
Mm.
And then you say, maybe say 40% for quality, 0.4 times the quality for TV1, and 0.4 times the quality of TV2.
Mm.
All right. And then if you said size, then if we use 50, 40, 90, it would be 10%, 0.10 times quality of TV1, 0.10 times quality of TV2. And then once you add those up, you see which one is the highest. Got it?
I would have to do it on my own.
Oh yeah, well, it's just, it takes a little practice, but just remember, when your weight is given as percent, you convert it to a decimal. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes the mean is given as a number. Okay, over here, you have some numbers here. The weights are given as numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here are the numbers. We just multiply the weights times the number. 1 times 40, 2 times 45, 3 times 80, 4 times 75, 5 times 10. All right. And that's what this is doing here. It's multiplying the numbers by the weights. They're not given as percent. They're just given as numbers. So 1 times 40 plus 2 times 45 plus the weight 3 times 80 plus the weight 4 times 75 plus the weight 5 times 10. And then you add up all the weights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you get the weighted mean of 48, the total divided by 15. So this is one where your weights, you don't convert to decimal, they're just given as numbers. You got it?
Mhm.
Yeah, the weight is given as numbers. So you just take each number and multiply it by its weight.
Yes, weeks, yeah.
You get it?
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this one is very straightforward. And this is just showing that your weights are not always as percents. They could just be given as numbers.
See?
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 goes with the 40, 2 goes with the 45, 3 goes with the 80, 4 goes with the 75, and 5 goes with the 10. Questions?
Yeah, we work on it.
I got it, Miss. I understand that.
You
one.
understand it now? Okay,
Yeah.
let's just take another one. Now, this is a survey. They took a survey of 1,000 families. They determine the average number of mobile phones each family owns. Okay. Now, a joint family owns 2 or 3 mobile phones. A nuclear family owns 1 or 4. Now, the difference in joint and nuclear family, they consider like a husband, wife, and children.
Mhm.
Joint family is like extended family, other people. All right. Now, the survey showed, let me bring this. Okay. Okay, so these are the numbers for the survey. Okay, 1 per family. The survey showed 73 families had 1 phone per family. 378 families had 2 phones, mobile phones per family. 459 had 3 mobile phones per family. And 90 families had 4 mobile phones per family. Now, here we could just give a weight here. Weight 1, 73. Weight 2, 378. Weight 3, 459. Weight 4 is 90. So we just gave them weights, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that's the first step. Now, we can multiply the weight by each one. So 73, we say that's a 1, right? There we go, right here. 378 is a 2, 459 is a 3, and 90 is a 4. Multiply those out and add them up, right?
Yeah.
That gives you 2566. Now, the weights here are the number of families. Now that's when you add these all up, you get 1,000, because we say this survey, it was a survey of 1,000 families. So when you add all those up, you get 1,000. So you take your total after you assign your weights here, divided by 1,000, you get a weighted mean of 2.566. What is this saying? It's saying in this survey, the average number of mobile phones per family is 2.566. Okay?
Yeah.
Any questions?
So we divide 2,566. We divide over 1,000 or 1,000 divided into 2,566.
Into that weighted total.
Oh.
All right. If we said,
How do
go
we
ahead.
get the point though?
What, the 2.566?
Yeah.
Divide 2,566 by 1,000, Michelle.
Oh.
What's 2,000 divided by 1,000, Michelle?
That's a 1.
Michelle, what's 2,000 divided by 1,000?
That's 1.
No,
2,000.
divided by 1,000.
2,000 divided by 1,000. So the 1,000 should be outside and the 2,000 inside?
Yeah, the 1,000, that's right. 2,000 in the house, the 1,000 outside, if you're doing long division. So what's 2,000 divided by 1,000?
Let's see.
That's the math. That's the same as 2 over 1. What's 2 divided by 1, Michelle?
2 divided by 1, that's 2.
That's right. So 2,000 divided by 1,000 is 2, because you could cancel out the zeros and it just becomes 2 over 1, right?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm saying here, you can make your work simpler. 2,000, and I'll say here divided by 1,000.
Oh, so in decimal is 0.002.
No.
0.
2,000 divided by 1,000. Just so when you have zeros in your numerator and denominator, you can cancel them out. So you can cancel all these zeros out, and it's the same as 2 over 1, right?
Okay. All right.
You don't have to carry those zeros. That's the same as 2 over 1, and that's equal to 2.
Yes.
You got it? That's why I was
Yes.
saying this is mess of math. That's the same as 2 over 1, and that's equal to 2. But here you had 2,566 divided by 1,000. That's going to be 2 and then 0.566. Because it's greater than 2, right?
Yes.
2 over 1. Let's just go this. And that's equal to 2. So 2,566 divided by 1,000 would be 1,000 into 2,566 is 2, but you have 566 left. 566 over 1,000 is 0.566. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon, Miss Barbara.
Okay. Hello, Mercedes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
Make
Miss-
sure you look at the
Homework.
when I send you the session, because you missed the median. I want to make sure you get the median right in that first part of the problem. The
Okay.
median.
I was so tired. I didn't hear Miss Becker's text message came in. I didn't hear nothing. I was out.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're
Jumped up
overtired.
while oh my God, I can't believe it's so late.
Okay.
I reached down late today, that's why.
All right. Now I will give you homework on the weighted mean, but I'll start you off with the one like this one.
We have to send in the homework to you by weekend or so.
Well, when I give you homework on Thursday, it's due before Monday. But remember, I don't give you as much because you don't have as long, like between Monday and Thursday or Thursday to Monday. So, but I'm saying when I give you homework, I'll give you one of these weighted means, but it will be, I'll start you off with one where I just give you the mean like this one, right? Like number 3, and then we'll work our way up to the others. Questions?
Okay.
All right, let's go to a new share. And I wanted to look at, let's see, okay. All right. Okay, this is some more mean, median, mode, range practice. Okay, I want you to do number 1 right now. Number 1. Make sure you understand what I'm asking you for here. Here is your data. Which of the following are equal to each other? Now here are your possible answers. Roman number 1 is the mean. Number 2 is the median. 3 is the mode. Possible answers. You could have median, mode only. You could have mean, median, and mode. You could have mean and mode. You could have mean and median. But what it means, you need to calculate mean, calculate median, calculate mode. So do that right now and tell me which one of those answers is correct. Can you see this?
Speaking to me, Miss Barbara?
I'm speaking to everybody. Can you see this?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. Make that bold. So calculate the mean, calculate the median, calculate the mode. There's your numbers.
5, 6, 7, 8, 8.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11. Anybody have the answer?
It is one.
Here's your possible answers. You either tell me 2 and 3 only, 1, 2, and 3, 1 and 3 only, 1 and 2 only. Here's your possible answers.
2 and 3 only.
Not
One
correct.
and two only. 1 and 2
1,
only.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Any other answers?
Can you hear me, Miss Barbara?
Yes, you said 1 and 2 only.
Yeah.
Do your calculations again, both of you, Michelle and Mercedes. Maureen, what did you get?
I'm not doing mine.
Huh?
I haven't finished mine yet.
Oh, you didn't finish yours yet?
Uh,
Okay.
and then the mood.
Uh-oh.
Alva, how you
Oh.
doing?
It is 1, 2, and 3.
That is correct, Michelle.
Yeah,
Thank you, Michelle.
it is easy. And you pretty much gave us the answer too.
1, 2, and 3.
All right, Michelle, explain how you got it.
I don't know how because it says more main medium mode range, right? And then
How did you get the mean?
how did I get the mean?
Yes.
What I did was add it up, right?
Okay, so when you added them up, what did you get?
I got 64.
Okay, 64. And you divided it by what?
8.
8. And that
which
gave you,
which would be 8.
that's right. And that's the mean. Okay, keep going, Michelle. What's the mode? How did you get the mode?
Oh, the mode.
Yeah.
Okay, the mode is the numbers that appear more than one time. So the number that appear more than one time would be 8.
All right, 8 is the mode. Okay, now how did you get the median?
The median. Ooh.
You still put it in order. And then
Yes, you put it in order.
So tell me what to write.
Okay, so you're gonna write
Tell me the order.
64.
No, you putting these numbers in order.
Oh yeah, 5, 6.
Okay, so you
yes, yes.
5, comma 6. What's
7.
next?
I'm sorry, comma, yes, and 7 comma,
Okay.
8 comma, 8 comma, 9 comma, and 10 comma, and 11 comma.
No comma after 11 because nothing
Yes,
following it, right?
yes. So that
Oh,
was
which two are in the middle, Michelle?
the 2 that are in the middle is 8.
That's it. Very good, Michelle.
That was
Wunderbar.
Yeah. That
That's
was
the
really,
median.
so you say it's
Median
1, 2,
is
3.
8.
Yeah.
Mercedes, what happened to you? What happened
what?
with your number? You gave me
No,
what?
no, miss. Guess what happened, miss? I wrote off the numbers and missed one of the 8. I could myself. I know this
Okay.
answers. I know it like the back of my hand, miss, but I just when I look, I said, what
I don't know,
the fuck?
maybe it's like
She gets 60 something. I look back, I said, oh Lord, I missed one of the 8 between my eyes. I put them in
Maureen,
order, but one 8
Yes,
was
Miss
missing.
Barbara.
what happened? You didn't give me
Oh.
the answers.
Yeah, I had missed one number, 'cause I think I missed count.
Oh, you
Yeah,
I think I missed
I
a
missed
wrong
one
number,
number.
yeah.
so it's 1, 2, and 3. Mean, median, mode are
Yeah,
all equal to
yeah,
8,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Okay, good show, Michelle. Wonderful.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's go to number 2. Mercedes, read number 2.
Okay. The mean. Okay. Start of it.
Okay, go ahead.
The mean of the mean of three numbers is 40. All the three numbers are different natural numbers. If lowest is 19, what could be highest possible number of remaining two numbers? Can I reread that?
Yes, read it again.
I'm using my phone, so it's very fine. It's my I don't know what's wrong with my iPad. The mean of the three numbers is 40. All the three numbers are different natural numbers. If lowest is 19, what could be highest possible remaining two numbers? So if
Anybody has an idea how to solve it?
I think so.
Okay, how would you solve it, Michelle?
You say 19 into 40. I'm sorry,
No,
19.
no, nope, 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 nope.
I got 21, I should say.
If the mean of the three numbers is 40,
which mean divided in 3.
how was that calculated?
Uh,
What's your total if you get a mean of 40 for three numbers?
I think if you're looking at it,
40 times uh, 40 times 3.
That's it, Michelle. 40 times 3. That's your total, right? 40 times 3 equal 120.
120.
Because that's how you got the mean. You divided 120 by 3 and got the 40, right?
Yes.
So that's your first step. Now, if your lowest number is 19, you got three numbers.
You subtract it.
That's right. 120 minus 19 gives you what? 120. It says your lowest number is 19. So 120 minus 19 is equal to what, Alba?
101.
Alba, what's 120 minus 19?
Trying to use the 120 minus 19.
Mental math.
101.
101.
Yes.
Okay. So your lowest number is 19. What's the highest possible number of the remaining two numbers? So we've got two remaining numbers and they add up to 101. So what's the highest possible number of the remaining two numbers, Albert?
The two number.
Yeah, yeah. What's the highest possible? You've got two numbers, they add up to 101. So what would be the highest numbers that could add up to 101?
The highest number is 19 and I really can't figure that out right now.
Sure you can. You got two numbers
Yes.
19.
and they add to 101. What's the biggest number? Just give me the first number. What's the biggest number you could get that add to 101? The biggest number.
100.
That's it, Amber. Good. And 101
And one.
minus 100 is what?
100.
No, 101
No.
minus 100.
1.
That's it.
Yeah.
Those are your numbers.
Okay.
The highest number is 100. Your other number could be, well, no, I'm sorry. It says the lowest. It's
Yeah, the
19.
lowest.
So you can't have a 19, right?
Yes.
So if your lowest is 19, then it wouldn't be 100. I'm sorry. Because the lowest number is 19. So you can't have a number lower than 19. So
You have
let's
to
take,
have a number higher.
yeah, so one higher than 19 is what?
Well, 1 higher than 90 is 20.
Okay, so 20,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
You have 20, right? And 101, 20 from 101 is what?
101 and 20 from 101. 20 from 100 is 80. 81.
81. Those are your numbers. Okay, because this is your lowest is 19. All right, so that means you got to have a number bigger than the 19. And since your total has to be 101, 20 from 101 is 81. So those are your numbers, 20 and 81. All right, that's what you would put in the box.
Okay.
20 and 81. If we didn't have that lowest 19, then we could have had the 101 and the 1. But since our lowest number is 19, we have to have a number greater than the 19, and 1 up is 20. And
Yes.
since it should be 101 total, then
Total
81.
81.
Right.
Yes.
Questions?
Now we
Not
get
comprehending
into-
this session.
Mercedes, question?
I don't understand.
Okay. Do you,
I understand where that I realize now that 3 times 40 is 100.
120, yeah, to get a mean of 40, that means
Yes.
3 numbers times 3 times 40, that means the
Gives you a
total was 120, because 120 divided by 3 is 40. But you have 3 numbers, your lowest is 19, so you can subtract that 19 from your total, and you have 101 left. That's after you those 2 numbers left, what could be the highest possible number of the remaining. So you get 1 higher than the 19 is 20, and subtract that from 101, that's 81. That clear, Mercedes?
Yes, miss.
All right.
Oh, I'm so mad I didn't get the first session.
Oh, all right. You'll get this one. Okay, read this one, Mercedes, and tell me the answer. Let me put that as bold. Okay. Read that, Mercedes. Tell me the answer.
Veronica scored a 75 and a 71 on her first 2 exams. To raise her mean score to an 80, what grade does she need to earn on her 3rd test? To rate her grade to 80, her first 2. So
Okay.
she after got 1 more grade since she got 2 already.
Okay, she's got
Right.
this 75 and 71.
That is 146. To raise her mean score to an 80, what grade does she need to have? So if you want to get the mean, you're gonna add those 2 numbers together first.
Okay, 75 plus 71. And that's equal what?
146.
146. Okay, what's your second step?
You divide by 146 by 2.
Nope,
Hmm?
Nope.
No?
nope. What's the second step, Maureen?
Okay, to where's her mean score 280? What grade does she have to earn for the third? I was sidetracked.
Five.
I don't know. The 80 probably was 46. Different number calculators.
Nope.
Ninth and Marford.
Maureen, let me ask you this. If her mean score for 3 grades
Mhm.
is 80, what's her total to get that 80?
That was a great one. The bread and tots in this one. The where's
No,
her mean?
if
What's
her
the question?
mean score is 80,
80.
what total will give you that mean? It's similar to the one we just did.
You sidetracked?
No. Three tests gives you a mean of 80. What's the total of those 3 tests that give you that 80?
Oh, I understand the question.
So we got to divide, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
Alva, help us out
So
here.
the total was 71.
No.
Okay.
Alva,
Yes, Miss Barbara.
you there, right?
Yes.
Okay. You have 3
And do some
scores
unfortunately.
that give you a mean of 80.
80.
Yes.
What's the total of all those scores to get that mean of 80?
Three scores.
In other words, 80 divides in,
3
Uh,
parts.
no, 3 divides into what number to give you 80, Alva?
Oh,
Oh, 3 would have to divide in 120.
No, that's 40.
Okay.
3 divides into what number to give you 80?
150. That's, I really don't know that one, Miss Barbara.
Okay, if you have 3,
160.
no. If 3 scores give you a mean of 80, that means the total has to be 3 times 80. We just did one like that before,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
right?
3 multiplied by 80. That's
Right. That
That's
means your
240.
yes, 240. Because we just did one, remember? 240 divided by 3 gives a mean of 80,
Okay.
right?
So she would need 240.
No. What grade does she need to earn on her 3rd test to get 240? How much does she have already? 75 plus 71, right?
146.
Yes, but so how much would she need to get to this 240?
Okay, so
94.
Yes, yes,
subtracted
240, that's right, Mercedes. 240 minus 146 equal 94.
Okay.
So that's what she'd have to earn on her 3rd test,
Okay.
94.
I didn't understand the question, miss. You just got it.
You just got it? Yeah, this is a common kind of question asked on the GED. All right. But where you have to
Score.
look at this is if they gave you what the mean score has to be, and you know how many items it took to get that mean, you have to multiply that number of items times the mean to get the total. So you want to get a total of 240. You already have 146 on your first two exams. So you subtract your first two exam total from your three exam total and get the 94 that you need to make to get that 80 mean. Got it?
Hard question.
Questions?
And it's so smart, you have to think.
Yeah, this is a very common question to ask on the GED.
Yeah, but excuse Miss Barbara,
Yes.
do they still have the test site open now because of the pandemic,
Um,
or you have to do it online?
well, they probably have some test sites open, but your option is you can do it at your house. Yeah, I mean, they have a new option now. They can monitor you. They can proctor your exam at wherever. So that's an option now. You don't have to go to a site.
I wanted was to go into the prep class.
Okay.
And they say I have to do it online. I just didn't know where to start.
Oh yeah,
So
most of that,
I
most of
didn't
the
bother.
classes are Zoom because a lot of the centers haven't open.
Yes.
All right. So, and the ones that are open, they're not, I don't think they're probably doing the written anymore. I think all the tests is computerized.
Okay.
Very few sites are giving a written test because they're trying to get everybody to do it on the computer.
I'm not focusing on the computer. I just want to take a few classes because I have a nice laptop. And it's
Yeah, but they're
easier
all
for-
Zoom, right?
Yes, it's easier for me to manage the laptop.
Yeah, they pretty much all Zoom though.
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to very quickly look at ratios. Anybody want to tell me what a ratio is?
Ratio multiplication, or is it multiplication or
Ratio.
ratio? I remember. I don't.
Yes.
I remember.
No, the ratio is like a number.
Yeah, so that they might have folks in there.
What is a ratio? Anybody want to tell me? It's just a comparison of two quantities. That's all it is.
One equal to the other, or one is bigger?
Well, you can write them as
Side to side.
let me just go to the whiteboard. Okay. All right. You can write the ratios as, let's see.
Side to side, right?
It's not letting me write.
Ratio dividends.
Okay.
It's a tree.
Let me go back. Let me go back to where I was.
14.
It's
No.
just a comparison. Let me go back to, all right. Okay. Now, let me just do this. Ratios can be written actually three different ways. It can be written with a colon, one, say like 1 colon
This is what I'm telling
3,
you. Yes.
or you can write it as a fraction,
Yes,
1
over 2.
over 3,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or you can say 1, 2, 3 in words. All right. So we can say 3,
This is
or
You smart and stuff, don't
you
you?
could say 1, 2, 3. All right. It just involves two quantities, and you could write it all these different ways. All right. But the important thing about ratios is writing things as they are in words. So that means you got to read these things very carefully and write them just as they tell you to write them. Look at this. 5 women, 7 men on a bus. All right. You could say men to women. You could say women to men. You could say women to total. You could say men to total, right? So 5 women, let's just do this. Okay, on a bus, and I want you to just tell me the ratio. You have 5 women and 7 men on a bus. All right. Okay. Now here's what I want you to tell me. Michelle, what's the ratio of women to men?
5/7.
That's right, 5/7. Very good. So you can write it as 5/7. You could write it as 5:7. You could say 5 to 7. Okay. Mercedes, what's the ratio of men to total?
That's 7/5.
No.
No,
Men
sorry.
to
The
total.
total, that's 12.
12 to 7.
Be 7 over what?
7/12.
7/12. So be careful. Okay, Alva, what's the ratio of men to women?
7 over, no, men to woman, 7.
Men, yeah, men to women ratio.
Okay, so 7/5.
That's it. So it's very, that's the key to your ratios. Make sure you write them just as they're asking you to write them, because
Okay.
women over men is different from men over women.
Over
Yes,
women.
Mercedes.
What you
Okay.
ask me is 7/12. What's my question again?
I'm
You
sorry.
said- You asked, what did you ask me for?
I ask you for men over the total. The
Okay,
ratio of men
Total.
over the
over the
total of
total.
all the
Okay.
people on the
It's
bus,
12.
Yes, total.
right?
Total.
So to get the total, you have to add the men
all of-
plus the
yeah.
women. 7
Yeah.
plus 5.
And then you say 7 for
Got
the
it?
men. Yes.
Okay. So now when we get to proportions, that's really setting 2 ratios equal to each other. See, there's a difference. Ratio is just the fraction or ratio of quantity 1 to quantity 2. But when you get to proportion, you have 2 ratios. So you have 4 different things, and you usually given 3 and you solve for the 4th one. All right, so that's the difference. A proportion is an equation, whereas a ratio is just an expression. All right. Now, like for instance, if you say there are 5 women and 7 men on the bus, okay, using that same ratio, if I increase my women to 10, how many men would be on the bus?
If you increase your woman to 10,
Yeah, the 10. And
okay,
I'm keeping my same ratio. How many men would there be on the bus?
Oh,
7.
How many?
7 to 10.
No,
Twelve.
if I want to keep the
12.
same ratio, right?
Okay.
So you'd have 5/7 equal. Now I said I'm increasing my women to 10. So that would be 10/n. Now I'm asking you, what is n?
So N is what, the men? No?
Yes. So what is n, Alba?
N would be the men.
What's the total? What's the n, the value?
The N would value, no, the N would value 7.
No,
17.
no. Maureen,
No, oh, okay, 15.
Maureen,
Oh, 10.
I increased my women to 10. How many
Uh-huh.
men? Keep that same ratio. How many men would that be?
12.
No, Maureen,
7 and 10.
17.
how you getting 17?
No, because the woman was 5.
And it goes
You're
to 10.
increasing it to 10, so it's 10 over 7.
So it would be 15 then.
No,
Oh,
10 and 7, 17.
that's what I said.
no.
10 over 17. The ratio is 10 over 17.
I doubled my women.
Yeah,
I
it would be
doubled
10.
my men. I get 14.
Oh,
Okay,
you doubled the
14.
men.
Okay,
14.
okay.
You didn't say
Remember,
you
I'm
doubled
keeping
the
the
men.
same ratio.
Oh, but you said you doubled the women, not the men.
Yeah, but I said I went from 5 to
Uh-uh.
10. The women, how many men would that be? Keeping the same ratio.
Oh,
Yes. It's 10 over 7.
And you said 17. No, I went from 5 to 10. That's double. I double my 7. I get the 14.
14. Yeah.
Ain't- You got it?
You double the
Oh, she
17.
double it. So 10 over
Yeah, I
14.
doubled the 5 to 10, so I doubled my 7. And N would be
Okay,
14.
Double means two.
Yeah.
N would be
It
equal
didn't
to
sound like you double the
14.
7. The way you're saying it.
What's 2 times 7?
I know it's
14.
14, but it sounds as if you're saying you only double the woman, which is
That's not what I
10.
said. You're not listening, Mercedes. I said, if I doubled my women to 10, how many men would I have keeping that same ratio? That was my question.
Yes.
Remember, I want to keep the same ratio. 5 over 7 is 10 over what? Mercedes, you got it? I want to keep the same ratio. 5 over 7 is 10 over what number? Now, you can do this with cross multiplication. Let's see, 5. Let me write it, 5 over 7. All right, that's the proportion. When I say proportion, that's what that is. 5 over 7, and this is equal 10, and this is over n. Right? Now, if you cross multiply, 10 times 7 is what?
70.
5 times n is what?
Right there.
5 times what?
5 times n.
10 times 7 is 7.
50.
So you'd have 5n equal 70. Okay, so n can only be what? Albert, n has to be what?
5.
5 times what number gives 70?
No, 5 times
What number times 5 gives 70?
10 times.
No,
10 times.
10, 5, 50, 10.
no. What number multiplied by 5 gives 70? Mental math.
Oh, oh, Jesus. Oh, that's good, Barbara. Ooh. The brain not working right here.
70 over 5 gives what, Mercedes?
70 over 5.
Mental math.
14.
14. Thank you, Maureen. Got it?
No,
Question, Mercedes?
I don't understand what you just did.
70 divided by 5?
70 divided by 5. Hmm.
What's 50 divided by 5, Mercedes?
50 divided by 5 is directly 10.
10. Okay. Now 20 divided by 5 is what?
4.
By 5 is 4.
And what's 10 plus 4?
14.
That's the answer.
Mercedes?
You said 10 plus 4 is 14. Because your
Yes.
answer is
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying if you broke this down into 50 and 20, 50 divided by 5, and then 20 divided by 5, you get 14, right? Because Mercedes, you said you didn't understand how we got 70 divided by 5 is 14. Is it clearer now?
Yeah, but I'm still, oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right, okay. My finger is such a wrong thing. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, I
So,
can see it.
all right. So what part you didn't understand?
I was at a puzzle over the part with the 7.5, 5.7 and the 10 up an N, because I didn't realize that you're saying to double the 7 too. It come to mind as I flash it out because the questions sound like you only asking about the women alone.
No, my question was to keep this same ratio. Okay, I'm going from 5 to 10 women. To maintain this same ratio of 5/7, I ask how many men would I have? And the proportion is setting two ratios equal. So I'm setting my 5/7 ratio equal to the ratio 10/n. And I can calculate it because, right, I can solve for n because I could cross multiply 5 times n, 10 times 7, 70, and solve for the n. But what I'm saying, if I double my 5 to 10, I double my 7 to 14. So that's another way of getting the 14. You can cross multiply and get it. You can do it just mental math. I'm doubling my 5. I'll double my 7. Questions?
Okay.
Is that clear up, Mercedes?
Yes, thank you, Miss Barbara.
All right. Any questions on anything we've gone over?
Well,
Did you get
I
my
would have
answer?
to practice a little more with the cross multiplication.
Okay.
That's what kind of threw me off with the letters and numbers. So hen would be 14.
Yes, 5/7 is equal to 10/14. That's a
Yes.
proportion.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And with proportions, you always have 4 values, and you're given 3, and you solve for the 4th one.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. This is what.
Ratio proportion is a very powerful tool. You can use it on a lot of questions. That's why it's
Okay.
good to understand it. All right.
Yes.
But it's very important to put things in order, right? And if you think you're going to have a problem with that, then put like men,
X.
put no. If you think you're going to have a problem with them in order, just put what they represent. 5 women, 7 men, 10 women, and men. Just write it there. What the units is. Here is men and women. So you say women, men, women, men.
And
Got
they could give you any letters. Could they give you in proportion or they just use N?
No, this could have been any
Any letter.
any A to
number.
Z. I just chose N. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Well, they don't give you this. You set it up based on what's being asked in the problem.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
For instance, you look over here. Do you see this one? If you drive 130 miles in 2 hours, then 260 miles, you drive how many hours? Okay. So that's a proportion. 130 miles, 2 hours, 4 hours, you go twice as far. Right? That's a proportion. These two ratios are equal.
Yes.
But if you didn't know this 4, you could solve for it, right? Because you say 130 miles, 2 hours, 260 miles, twice 130, then I know it's going to take me twice as long.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, so I'll be sending you homework. You'll have not proportion now. I'll give you ratios to do.
Okay.
And I'll probably give you, I think, another median problem.
Oh, Miss Barbara,
Yes.
there's any summer break?
Yeah, it comes after July.
Oh, okay.
We go up through the end of July and then we get a break.
All
And
right.
I don't know what the schedule are, but usually we come back in September. Okay. So your homework, and I'll send you homework. So it will be on median, ratio.
1 second, Miss Barbara, let me write it down.
She
All
gonna
right.
send it to you.
Well,
I
I'll
know.
send it to you. And it will be median, ratio, and a weighted mean. But the weighted mean would be, I would give you the weights.
Okay.
We'll
Oh.
later get to percents with the decimals.
How soon does this recording come on stream, Miss Barbara?
I'm sorry?
How soon does the recording come on?
It will,
About tonight?
yeah, it'll be on before tonight. Once I load the session up, then well, I have to load it first. When I finish the session, then I load the video audio, and then I upload it to the YouTube. Okay, so give us at least an hour.
Thank
All
you.
right. And then I'll send you a copy of the session and the homework we went over in your email.
So bad about today. I don't know.
Did you and Maureen get, I sent you something in the mail. Did you get it?
I get a package in the mail.
I sent you the homework from both classes, actually, the college prep and the GED prep. Maureen, did you get it?
I don't know, I'll call you, Barbados.
Check my mail again.
Oh,
Probably at home.
okay, all right.
Probably at
Well,
home. Probably at
well,
home in my mail.
I sent it to you.
It,
Anyway.
Probably in
All
my
right.
mail.
All right, so we're gonna stop here, and I'll see you on Monday.
Okay, have a
Okay,
good
Miss
All right,
weekend.
Barbara.
bye-bye, everybody.
Have a
Enjoy
good
All
your,
right, okay.
enjoy
All
your
right.
weekend.
Have a
Bye,
good
everybody.
weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Bye, Michelle. Happy birthday.